Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We just don't watch football, but we talk about it like we're at the bar, watching it with our mates. Today's episode is packed and I want to talk about Liverpool. Everyone is talking about Liverpool getting Florian Wirtz, that money they paid for him. Why would Liverpool spend that much money? People are clowning, bringing videos of Jurgen Klopp talking about it some time ago, saying, oh, Liverpool don't spend money like that. Man City are spending a lot of money. But times have changed. The league has changed greatly. The ambitions of Liverpool Football Club has changed as well. And Liverpool also believe that if they can actually strengthen the gap between them and United, they will get a lot of fans, because the EPL being the most watched league in the world, it will attract a lot of viewers. And when you start winning, the same thing that happened to the likes of Chelsea and Man City, you will get a lot of fans. And when you have lots of fans, you start building that global momentum. You start building that global comparison and fight United to become the biggest team in England. So this is the vision behind the board for Liverpool. But how do they want to get there? Why Florian Wirtz? Florian Wirtz to Liverpool is not a celebrity signing. It's not a signing Liverpool has made to just break the transfer record and score goals and all of that stuff. This is not the reason. There's a lot of brain behind this transfer. That's why you have to know who Florian Wirtz is if you've never watched him before, or how he plays, before we get into how Liverpool are going to use him to get to that level. How does Florian Wirtz play? Florian Wirtz is an attacking midfielder. Preferably we'll call them a 10. Usually players who are behind the striker, always have to play those killer passes and all that stuff. But Florian Wirtz, there's a twist to his style of play. Normally as a number 10, they love spaces. They love running into spaces, getting the ball so they can actually play those passes. Florian Wirtz is the opposite of a traditional number 10. How? He loves playing between the lines. He loves playing in tight spaces. While players run for tight spaces, Florian Wirtz goes into tight spaces. While other players like to get a lot of room so they can actually think about the game, Florian Wirtz like to run into those spaces, attract defenders to himself, and play those killer passes. Florian Wirtz, unlike the normal players, he will run and dribble into tight spaces, draw defenders into uncomfortable areas of the pitch. Attacking players will run behind. That way you can actually string passes or play killer passes for Liverpool to score. And this is one of the reasons why Florian Wirtz and Liverpool will be unplayable next season. Because Liverpool have got willing runners. They've got like Gakpo, Luis Diaz, and Mo Salah. So this is what key thing that Florian Wirtz brings to the team. He attracts pressure. It's like a magnet. Take, for instance, you put a magnet in between iron, it will actually attract them. So Florian Wirtz will run into tight spaces. Let's say you're watching a game where defenders are sitting behind close blocks, low blocks. Instead of Florian Wirtz to be in front of the number 10 of the opposition team, he will be in front of the number 5 and 4 and stay in that place to attract the pass. If he gets the ball, he draws them together, makes them uncomfortable, and Willie runners go behind so he can slot the ball. I know that's a crazy thing to actually imagine, but when you watch him play, you can actually tell that what I'm telling you is the fact. Again, I know we say this about lots of players. Oh, it's an intelligent player. But for Florian Wirtz, he is indeed an extremely intelligent player. Florian Wirtz is not the fastest of players. He's not the player you can actually see doing 100-meter sprints and all that stuff, but he has acceleration, quick acceleration. He makes those short busting runs. So when he makes those runs into spaces, he attracts the ball, play those killer passes, and this is a trademark style of play. So when you watch Liverpool play next season with Florian Wirtz on the lineup, you will see those short runs. He could just be walking or trying to jog between the lines. Before you know it, short busting runs. When he makes those short runs, he runs behind, string those little passes, allow other players to go forward, and they'll score goals. And to clarify what I just spoke about earlier, if you look at last season, for players with the highest touches on the ball, the top 100, Florian Wirtz was ranked number 90 on that list. Before him was Remy Cabella, who was number 89. And on the top 90 of that list, Florian Wirtz and Cabella are the only two attacking midfielders on the entire list. This list is dominated by defenders, midfielders, deep lining playmakers. These are players who actually collect the ball in open spaces. But in contrast, Florian Wirtz collects the ball in tight spaces and has lots of touches. I know you would think traditionally, oh, number 10 should hold the ball often. That's not true. Number 10 don't really touch the ball that much. And like I told you, last season, in the top 100, Florian Wirtz was number 90, and Remy Cabella was the second number 10 on that list at number 89. So Florian Wirtz was number 2 for attacking midfielders with the most touches last season. So we just talked about the whole of the pitch, players who actually had the most touches, and you see that we have defenders, midfielders, and Florian Wirtz as well as Remy Cabella. So let's talk about the offensive part of the pitch, players who have touched the ball the most from the final third. Florian Wirtz is number 3 on the list, just behind Olise and Lamine Yamal. So this tells you that if you look at the whole of the pitch, Florian Wirtz is there for attacking midfielders. If you look at the offensive part of the pitch, the final third, he's number 3, ahead of Remy Cabella in this instance. This tells you that Remy Cabella does a lot of oppression behind the final third. So this is why he was above Florian Wirtz on that list. So despite having these balls in tight spaces, he always makes them count. So when I say he's an intelligent player, this is what I mean. Having said all of this about how he plays, let's look into the Liverpool team and see how he fits in. Last season, Dominic Szoboszlai was the guy for Liverpool. He was playing the 10. He was always there, making those late runs, dragging the fences and all of that stuff. but his output is considerably very low. The Liverpool manager Arne Slot even said it that Szoboszlai has got low output, and playing that position for a team like Liverpool, his numbers needs to go up. So bringing in a Florian Wirtz would actually push Szoboszlai or make him sit on the bench, and we know the answer to that. Szoboszlai may sit on the bench, but what if Liverpool have a plan to play both Szoboszlai and Florian Wirtz together? So last season, one of the best games Liverpool played last season was against Manchester City, where they won 2-0. The tactics that was played in that game was a 4-2-4. Szoboszlai was on that pitch. Liverpool played a different style, and Slot introduced a new style that I believe he will play more this season. And what did that do? That was a number 9 and a false 9. Before we talk about any other thing, I think there's something about Florian Wirtz I don't talk much about. He's extremely good defensively. It's a player who's actually committed to getting the ball. Having Florian Wirtz in that team and playing that 4-2-4 will give Salah that leverage of focusing only offensively. That way, Florian Wirtz will actually help him defensively, win those balls, help him pressing, and because he's very good at pressing, brings me on to the next player we're going to talk about, Hugo Ekitikie. This guy is a new Boston talent, but the problem with Ekitikie is his finishing is not there yet. He's not the traditional number 9. When you see him kick the ball, you can see a glimpse of Jackson. Yes, I know Jackson is outlandish, but obviously, I mean, he's not a very good kicker of the ball. His body posture when he's kicking the ball, the way he kicks the ball, he makes too many touches sometimes. This is because he enjoys dribbling. If Liverpool signs Hugo Ekitikie, you know that Liverpool are looking at the future, that they're going to develop him to be a better finisher. But what Hugo Ekitikie brings currently is the fact that he's a very, very good dribbler of the ball. In fact, amongst all number 9s last season, Hugo Ekitikie completed the most dribbles, had the most take-ons, and the fact that he plays from deep, he can actually drop down to the midfield, get the ball, run with the ball, link up play. Hugo Ekitikie drops the shoulder, left, right, center. He is so good. The thing that we actually praise a player like Isak for that, oh, he's similar to Thierry Henry. Hugo Ekitikie is better than him on that aspect of the game. But the only thing that Isak has got above Hugo Ekitikie is that box 18 presence, knowing where to stand in the box 18, that finishing touch, that kicking ability. But Hugo Ekitikie brings a special sauce to the Liverpool team. Defensively, he's extremely good. For a player of his height, he's so good. Very athletic, he's very strong, and he's a very, very good player defensively. He goes back, track runs, makes sliding tackles. Yes, he makes sliding tackles. If you watch him last season game against RB Leipzig, he was so good. Defensively, offensively, he's always fighting for the ball. He's a hustler on the pitch. He's not one of the players to shy away from tackle either. This brings me to the next point. How will Liverpool line up with Hugo Ekitikie and Florian Wirtz, and how can they interchange play? So if Liverpool play with Hugo Ekitikie and Florian Wirtz, you see a lot of drop-ins. You see a lot of swaps between the number 9 and the number 10. Sometimes Florian Wirtz could be the 9, sometimes Florian Wirtz could be the 10. Hugo Ekitikie the same because he doesn't like staying at the 10-yard box. He's not a box-18 striker. He's not a sniffer. He plays like a Kane somehow, but it's not a finisher like Harry Kane. So he likes to drop between the line, go back, get the ball, do all those little dribbles. And because he's good defensively, he will always run for tackles. So what does he do for Liverpool? It allows Salah the room to score more goals. So now, having a Hugo Ekitikie, Gakpo or Luis Diaz and Florian Wirtz in your attack releases Salah from all defensive responsibilities, because these are players who actually love. I mean, they enjoy doing it. So you know, sometimes you get a player, the manager tries to tell the player to push back and all that stuff, tries to make the player enjoy doing this stuff. But with Hugo Ekitikie and Florian Wirtz, you don't have to complain. They enjoy doing it. They want to actually get stuck on. They want to be dirty on the pitch. They want to actually get those balls, fight for the tackles, make every single tackle count. This is what these two players bring to the team. So having this on your team, Mohamed Salah will focus fully on getting the goals. I wouldn't be surprised if Salah has a better season next year playing with these players than this season, because next season, Salah don't have to track back. And also, remember Liverpool have a Frimpong, bringing in those nice crosses. Hugo Ekitikie in the air, very good. Better than Benjamin Sesko, and it's also very physical. Sometimes you can see a trait of Zlatan Ibrahimovic on Hugo Ekitikie play. I'm not saying he's there yet, but I'm saying because of the trick, the flair, the dropping of the shoulder, the little arrogance he's got when he's playing the ball, oof, you can actually tell. And again, anytime the Chelsea scouts are going in for a player, that player is special. The new Chelsea scout, whenever they're going for a player, outright, that player is something special. And with having Hugo Ekitikie, Florian Wirtz, Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz, Gakpo makes Liverpool extremely solid offensively and defensively, because this time McAllister don't need to bother about going forward too much, and also Gravenberch. So the midfield base is solid. We're going to see more of a 4-2-4 in Liverpool next season, especially second half of games where they want to get goals, or beginning of games where they need to win. So Liverpool next season will be very fluid. They could play a 4-2-1-3 or a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2. It all depends. I'm thinking next season Liverpool win the league. If they get Hugo Ekitikie in the building and Florian Wirtz is also there, Liverpool will be unstoppable because of how they play. Liverpool defensively next season are going to be very solid, especially in the middle of the park. Remember, Hugo Ekitikie always drops back, so he's always going to be an extra body in the midfield. Florian Wirtz is always dropping back, extra body in the midfield. So Mo Salah will focus more on finishing. And again, before I go, I want to add this into it. Hugo Ekitikie is extremely creative. I know I talked about him being a good dribbler. He is extremely creative. Like, he plays Trivela passes, good crosses. He makes good crosses. He loves having those Trivela crosses. So when you watch him next season, you are going to see lots of Trivela passes, nice crosses, link-up play, running from the midfield, making those late runs to slash the ball because obviously he's running back to defend. And Liverpool with him next season on the counter-attack, he's impossible because he knows how to hold on to the ball, he knows how to run, and you are going to see a lot of traits of Thierry Henry, Isak, Zlatan Ibrahimovic on this guy next season. Do you think Liverpool should go for Isak or Hugo Ekitikie? Remember, Isak is good, but defensively, is he good? And also, would you pay 120 million for Isak? Or would you pay 90 million for Hugo Ekitikie? Let me know what you think in the comment section. See you in the next video. Cheers.